Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here. This is our weekly energy reading for the week of February 19th, 2026. I am smiling because I am using my Akashic Tarot deck, which I love, which is Sharon Klingler and Sandra Taylor. We'll pull three cards from there. We're going to get a clarifying card from the Sacred Forest Oracle from Denise, Linn. And our 3-card pick is going to be the Archetype cards with Carolyn, Myss. So, without further ado, where are my cards? Oh my gosh. We're going to start shuffling. I'm going to remind everyone that this is for entertainment purposes only, as we all know. And this is for the week of February 19th, 2026. So pull some cards, see what we get, and then we will do a deeper dive. And yes, my lights are still flashing. I have them on some kind of setting here. I don't know what. In fact, let me see if I can reset them, although I don't know because they kind of, let's see. Hopefully they won't keep flashing. They're kind of a little distracting to me. I'm sure it's really no big deal. So, but I think I might have put them just in a steady mode, right? But without further ado, let's think about February 19th, 2026. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but it's for entertainment purposes only. If it resonates, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine too. And all right, let's see. Those lights had me so I think they had me a little more discombobulated than I thought they did. All right. All right, here we go. It says, okay, that's bottom of the deck. Ooh. So here's what we have. Oh, wait, let me do a Sacred Forest. This is the Sacred Forest Oracle cards. Let me pull a clarifying card, then we'll go through them quickly. Then we'll do a deeper dive. You know, this is our energy reading for the week, so we got a lot to think about here. I like it. All right, here we go. First card we get. This is the 3 of Roses, and it says Loving Elementals. Then we get the number 2, which is a Major Arcana card, which is the Akashic Library. Then we get 18, another Major Arcana type card, which is Up in the Air. And then we get, for a clarifying card, I love it, Earth Spirit Stability, and that's a number 5. It's funny, 14 would be a 5, which is change, but yet it says Earth Spirit and Stability. So let's get going. First card out is this 3 of Roses. Let's see what we have to do with that. Let's see, 3 of Roses. We're almost there. And of course, it's Loving Elementals. I love that. I love the artwork. Playful fairies and water sprites frolic in the air around a little child. They fill the air with expanding joy and happiness. Although many people don't believe in the elementals, nature spirits of all kinds do exist, and they have more power than can be imagined. They live in the elements of earth, air, wind, and fire, and they're willing to share the guidance, well-being, and inspiration of the Akashic records that exist in the natural world. This card is here to tell you that joy will soon be increasing. It also encourages you to remember to have fun. Bring more playfulness into your daily life. Let yourself sing a little and laugh a lot. Call on the elementals to inspire you in this and in other areas. They are a font of fun and upliftment that can expand the joy in your life in great measure. And while I'm reading this about the elementals, okay, I glance down, and what do we have in our clarifying card here, which we'll get into this, but an elemental. So, as always, loving the message and how it all works together, right? Next up is the Akashic Library. And the elementals, it references the Akashic Library with that card. Inside a great library, candles cast a glow upon the books and the tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and a quill pen in hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book for you, but this card also symbolizes a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records and to a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and new purposes. Well, we're not done. It is also a time of heightened intuition as well as greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. And do it. That's important. It's 3 little words, and do it, but 3 little words that are very important. Anything can happen now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. Own it. I love that. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to talk about it right now because I don't want to forget. Sometimes we're afraid to move forward. Sometimes I'm afraid to move forward because once I say what I want to do, then I own it, right? Then I can be open to criticism about it. I can be open to people saying, that's stupid, right? So own it and don't be afraid of what people may say. All right, and then we have 18, which is up in the air. Let me get to that page. Up in the air. A man and woman gaze with anticipation at a hot air balloon in a bright blue sky. The balloon flies high above the hills, and the contents of the balloon's basket are hidden from view. During this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight, but there are elements that are unknown and at this time, unknowable. There is too much about this situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not yet have come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you might push that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter, and time doesn't matter to your eternal self whose power and love are always with you. For now, and indeed forever, what else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. Very interesting because my message with this week's Super Duper Girl is about trust and about love and trusting in love and trusting in the creative genius of the universe and of source to create, releasing control, knowing it's all about love and trusting that it will all be fine. And when you do that, you free up a lot of time. Some of us can free up a lot of time because we're not criticizing others. We're not trying to control others. We're not trying to control situations. So it's kind of like, to me, fasting. When I fast, all of a sudden, you would not believe all the time that I can clear up because I'm not planning a meal, thinking about a meal, looking for a meal, eating a meal, cleaning up from a meal. When you fast, when I fast, I have a lot of free time. That's a time for me then that I can be writing, I can be delving into the reading I haven't been doing, right? All of a sudden, I free up a couple hours a day because I'm not focused on meals. This is kind of like what I think the message is this week, but Earth Spirit Stability, let's get into that. But before I forget, because now I'm starting to forget things and I don't like it. I mean, I don't forget things because I have any kind of an issue. I don't want to forget good messages when they come to me. I kind of want to put them all at the end and get a wrap up of the story, but I don't want to forget things because I think that there's important things to be said. And with the trust and the love and freeing up time to do what? What do we do? What do I do? Have fun. Catch up on some reading. Maybe watch a game show that I'd like to watch, right? Or a movie. Enjoying all the beautiful creative things that this world has to offer. Because I'm not tied up trying to control things and not trusting in the universe. And by the way, we can't control anything. We really can only control ourselves. When I used to take a yoga class, I remember my yoga teacher at the time said, and she's like, all you can do is control your breathing. That's all you really have control over. So when you feel that you're losing control or you want to be in control of a situation, go to your breathing. Breathe in, right? pray that. Maybe do some box breathing if you're interested in that. That's about all we can control is our breathing. Sometimes we can't even control that because we're just like, oh my gosh, we're like, I'm getting the vapors here, right? But anyway, Earth Spirit, let's read about that. Let's talk some more. In the lazy quietude of a warm summer afternoon, you recline on the soft moss on the forest floor and listen to the heartbeat of the earth. Her rhythmic cadence surges up from the ground beneath you. With each beat, you remember who you are and what is truly important in life. The strengthening, grounding energy of the earth is filling every part of you. It's time to take measure of your life and put your roots down. Assess who you are and where you are. Make plans for the future, but don't act on those plans until you feel secure in stepping forward. This is the time of preparation and going deeper. This card can also indicate that you aren't grounded and you need to create more stability into your life. Think things through before you take action. Take time to plan your future carefully. Don't rush into anything. Strength is growing within you. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you're thinking of making secure financial investments and receive this card, it's telling you that this is a good time to do so. It's not a time to take risks. And by the way, as an aside, I'm not a financial planner, so this is, for entertainment purposes only. The Earth Spirit provides the trees, plants, flowers, rivers, streams, oceans, mountains, and valleys, and supports us all with her bounty. She's stable and strong in her devotion to us. You're supported and loved, even if you're not always sure of it. The seeds that you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take the time to nurture those new beginnings. The Spirit of the Earth says, be present in the moment, slow down and let go of the busyness and frenetic pace of life. Explore your roots, honor your past, go deep, reflect on your life. Yeah, I love that because you know what? It even comes up in this up in the air. We don't always know every single thing in that basket, right? We're looking, we want to see, but we have to go deep. We have to wait. Sometimes things aren't ready to be out there for us to see, right? If we're feeling that we don't know what's there, we can meditate. We can ask our spirit guides. We can become more grounded. This may be a card that many of you need, or that some of you need to take the time to be more grounded, right? Mother Earth Gaia. Beautiful. I've learned, as much as I always forget to ground myself, although I'm getting much better at it, but to open up to like the higher realms, you really have to be grounded. That's what helps keeps you stable. Of course, I always want to be up there and in this, rarefied air, but I found that if I ground myself and put my roots deep into Mother Earth, Gaia, that then I can actually go almost further because we're physical beings, right? And we need to be grounded on Mother Earth, Gaia. It's part of our contract, part of the deal, right? That we agreed to. So that all being said, and I love it because this is stability. This Earth Spirit card. We have the elementals. For those of you that are into the elementals, this may be a really good time to continue to do a deep dive. If you're not really into them or know much about them, again, this might be your sign to learn more about the elementals and know that they also have answers, the Akashic Record answers, because we have this Akashic library with answers and insights, and also that can be changed. That was something that was interesting to me. I've done a lot of studying of the Akashic Records, but there's really nothing set in stone. There's nothing set in this library. The universe is constantly expanding, and that is expanding as we expand, right? As we, as a collective consciousness, learn more and move further, it expands too. It's all changing, it's all growing, it's all expanding, and it's all, I think, just really lovely, a lovely process. So again, up in the air, we may not know everything, but we remain grounded with our Akashic Records, right? And then we can also use our spirit guides, the elementals, those that have gone before us to help us out. And this all should not make us feel ungrounded, but more stable, more grounded, right? And if we're feeling ungrounded, then let's get grounded. It's nothing difficult to do. There's certainly plenty of things out on YouTube and whatever to, plenty of meditations, I'm sure we all follow people that ground as we do meditations and that. So I love that. Having the stability, having the grounding, but also having that open communication to our spirit guides, the elementals, the Akashic records to tap into and see what answers we get as we move forward. And we may not get an answer right away, and that's okay too. So that being said, I'm going to start shuffling the archetype cards and see what kind of archetype energy you may have around you at this time that might help to ground you. It might help to give you some answers, and it might not, right? We never know. It may resonate and it may not. So let me shuffle these cards up and give them a couple more shuffles. These are kind of big and they're kind of a little bit, they're not hard to shuffle, but they're a little bit unruly. I guess they're a little bit hard to shuffle. Let's put it that way. There. All right. It's interesting. Interesting cards. All right, here we go. Card 1, card 2, card 3. Think about which card resonates with you. And don't think too hard. 1, 2, or 3. First card that I get is the damsel card. Like the damsel in distress, but the damsel card. The light attributes, this will be great with my eyesight here. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. That's the light attribute. The shadow attributes, waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. If you got this card, you might want to just keep your wits about you, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. This is that energy of taking care of yourself, right? I can stand up, I can pull myself up by my bootstraps, take care of myself, or looking for someone else to take care of you. If you're kind of doing that, it might be time to really realize just how strong you are to take care of yourself. If you got card 2, you got the prostitute card. And nothing wrong with that. It says light attribute. Accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. I like that. Not negotiating, the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. The shadow attribute places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. So you're self-empowered, you're going out, doing what you have to do to get by. No problem there. Or you're saying, I'm putting this material and considerations and security above self-empowering myself. Both kind of similar cards, the damsel and the prostitute, but different messages. All right, and if you picked card 3, you got the rebel card. And the light attributes are challenges authority to affect social change, respects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. All right, I like that for a rebel, right? For the light attributes. The shadow attributes, rejects legitimate authority out of anger and rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Yes, there's one, it's good to be a rebel and say, listen, I'm rejecting that ideology. It doesn't really sit with me. I have my own, or I'm, learning about something else. I'm going to move forward. Or saying, well, my friend doesn't like it, so I don't like it. And so, totally different energies, isn't it? So if you're the rebel, if you pick this card, there's a light attribute, there's a shadow attribute to every single thing in this world, including the archetypes. So there you go, my friends. I will be back tomorrow, Friday, for our weekend energy reading and a 3-card pick. And until then, namaste.